with no further ado, I don't want to take away any of our time. I will turn it over to our speaker, Roger. Thank you for joining today. And Roger, thanks for being here with us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks everybody for being here. Today, we're going to be talking about building a winning profile in CONNECT Marketplace. I'll cover it in a few different sections. The bulk of my section is going to be tips on different areas you may want to focus on in your profile. Then we'll talk about the whys and the hows. So let's just dive right into it right now. We're going to start by talking about 9 tips for building a winning profile in CONNECT Marketplace. First of all, number 1, let's dress it up with a logo and a header image. And so what do I mean by that? Well, as we look at a company here in the search results, the abbreviated version of the profile will automatically display the logo in the top of the summary view. But likewise, when the full view of the profile is being displayed, both the logo and the header image will show. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm seeing here. First of all, I love that this organization has uploaded their logo and their header image. To provide a little bit more balance, if I were to provide some constructive criticism, I would make their logo a little bit bigger. And the way this one would be done is to take the white space off around the graphic. And so this essentially shrunk the logo so it didn't have as much screen space. It's hard to see in this view right here, but there was a large white border around the logo. And for the header image, they actually uploaded a large square image. But the application, because it doesn't fit a square up at the top very well, it took a horizontal slice out of it. And it's still a little bit tall. If they had some simple graphic editing capabilities in-house, then they could take a swath of their header image and make it a little bit less tall, and I think it would display a little bit better. Let me show you a different profile where some of these recommendations that I'm giving you have already been implemented. So Highland Manufacturing, they have a header image that is a little less tall, and then there's less white space around their logo. I really like this. Now, how do you update that? First of all, in all of the updates that I'm going to show you today, just make sure that you have access to your Edit Profile button. The owner of the profile or any administrator or a profile editor role will always have access to this Edit Profile button. So if we were to go into the edit mode, it's in the General tab, and the header image and the logo are simply located over on the right-hand side. Just simply access the image from your computer by clicking on the Browse buttons, and then just make sure you save it by clicking at the Save button at the bottom. Number 2, add your social media accounts to your profile, and also mention CONNECT Marketplace and link back from your social media accounts as well. Everybody wins when common platforms are cross-linked. So what does that look like in your profile? At the top section on the right-hand side, your social media links will appear if you provide those links when you're editing your profile. And where do you do that? That's also in the General tab, right here in the second column. Profile for Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram are available. I'm going to back up a little bit. Actually, I won't back up. The website and the email address are also important. They're found at the bottom on the left side of my screenshot, but the email is a little bit off the screen there. So all of those social media links or web presences are important, and I would make sure that they're all updated if you have them. Number 3, list all of your relevant NAICS and SIC codes. When keywords from both sets are being searched on, it boosts your relevancy in the search results. So when the NAICS and the SIC codes differ, then you're more likely to be included in varied searching. So in this example, Eversharp Tools Inc., they have NAICS codes that have machine mentioned in both NAICS codes and tool mentioned in both NAICS codes, as well in the SIC code, cutting and tools, and and machine as well. So you can see there's a lot of repetitiveness, and if it's applicable, it'll really help in their search results. Here's an example. If I search for cutting tools and I searched nationwide, Eversharp tools came up as #1, and you'll see that they have matching data in a lot of the different profile elements: equipment, name, description, products. But really what got them to the top was making sure that they were in the NAICS and SIC code as well, combined with all of the other elements. #4, compose a great about section. Tell your story. Use appropriate keywords that are relevant as well in your about section, because all of these profile sections are indexed and they're part of our search engine. So here's a good example. Elm City Tools, they mention, first of all, they break it into a couple of paragraphs. It makes it for easier reading. Notice that it's in a narrative format, so it's easy to read. It might have just started, and I've seen some styles like this before, a modern flexible production system. It could have started that way, but instead they're using a narrative format. Our manufacturing and engineering facility just outside of New Haven, Connecticut, is equipped with a modern flexible production system. I like the way that reads. It also gives some history and emphasizes their values: made in America and domestic supply chain, as for example. #5, add relevant contacts. Now, why do we want to add contacts? This is where they're located. They're near the bottom of your profile. Go into your edit mode. First of all, before I go into that, not only is this a good place to ensure that those who want to be contacted when new opportunities are available for you, but the contacts are also required for activity in the Exchange Center. So mainly, if you were to create an Exchange Center listing, you're required to specify a relevant contact. If you were responding to another company's Exchange Center listing, then you're required to specify the relevant contact you're responding in behalf of. It can be somebody else other than yourself. Now, for reasons I won't get into today, please realize that contacts are not the same as users. You are a user in CONNEX Marketplace, but that doesn't automatically make you a contact on your profile. So to add yourself as a contact, you go to the section above there on the tab that says Contacts. And here you can be liberal in adding a lot of contacts because there's a hidden feature. So if you wanted a contact to be available in one of these drop downs when you're creating an Exchange Center listing or responding, you can make that contact hidden if you don't want it to be available in public to those who are browsing your profile. So let's say that Leonard Nimoy needed to be in the drop down lists or to respond to Exchange Center listings, but he does not want his information to be shown to the casual viewer. This is the box you check right there. However, those within their own organization viewing their own profile will still see Leonard Nimoy as listed in the contacts. #6, list your products and your services. Here we have an organization that has listed a few products. And you'll notice also that there is a download icon near the large word stone veneer. And with that, they were able to add an attachment, which gives a picture of what their product can do or look like. And it's simple to simply click on that and open the picture. It really adds a lot of power to providing a view of what you can do and what your product is all about. How do you update that? You go into the product section. There are a list of specialized products on the left-hand side, but more importantly, you can add your own custom products simply by clicking on the Add Product, and it brings up a pop-up that allows you to fill in a variety of fields: your product name, the description. If you want to have a UPC code associated with it, you can put that in. But just as I illustrated before, you can add an attachment. It can be a PNG, JPEG, or a PDF file. You can add an attachment to every product, but that's optional. Services are added in the same way. Number 7, add images and videos to your gallery. The gallery is located at the bottom of your profile when you're looking at it in the public view. And the videos can be clicked on and played in line, as well as the images can be clicked on and expanded. So the bottom section there is a placeholder for whatever image or icon that they're clicking on. Now, although the images and videos don't have any impact on the search engine results, these are elements of your profile that will keep the interested businesses lingering a bit more as they're looking at your profile. And you add that by simply clicking on the gallery tab at the right-hand side when you're in edit mode. You can click on add video or browse your hard drive or your local computer storage to upload your photos. Just be aware that you're actually not going to upload a video, but you'll simply refer to it from a different platform. And we support referencing them or linking to them from YouTube or Vimeo. Number 8, don't shortchange your capabilities. Really focus on your capabilities. I put this in as one item, kind of the tip number 8. But really, this could justify a webinar in of itself. So I really want you to focus on the capabilities section. There are 6 subsections under capabilities. Combined, they attribute to more search matches than any other type of section in your profile. So be sure you spend some time in capabilities. When editing your profile, you click on your capabilities tab and you'll notice these 6 subsections. There's processes, there's equipment, materials, certifications and recognitions in one section, a capability statement section, and then your employees and capacities. Now, you might find some overlap opportunities as well. For example, you might put turning or lathe in the processes section, as well as lathe in equipment. If you have opportunity to do that, do it. Just like those duplicate or overlapping terms in the NAICS and SAC codes, this will boost your relevance and help float you to the top when you're being found in search results. Another example is you might have plastic mold casting and processes, as well as thermoplastics and materials. So don't miss out on any opportunity where you can justifiably duplicate or overlap your capabilities between sections. Review all of them. Make sure that every relevant section has information that is applicable to your organization. Now for number 9, I am going to actually dive deeper into one of these capability sections, and that's the capability statement. Make sure that you upload a capability statement. It packs a powerful punch. I'll explain that punch as we review more about the capability statement. In its simplest form, a capability statement is a promotional or marketing statement about your business and its capabilities and skills that advertises who you are and what you do. They're taken from HUD.gov, who has a good web page about the capability statement. You're welcome to go and review that anytime you'd like if you need to learn more about capability statements. I think about a capability statement as kind of like the resume for your business. How you would use a resume if you were out applying for a job. Your business should use a capability statement when advertising what you can do. Successful firms use their capability statement for a number of purposes. It's required in many government registration processes. It's a door opener to new potential customers. It's a proof of qualification, a proof of past performance, and it will set you apart from your competitors as well. Even if you do the same thing as one of your competitors, the fact that you've put together a thoughtful capability statement is important. Let's take a look at a good example of a capability statement. Here we've got a capability statement that has their name and tagline at the top. It includes a DBA in the left column. There's another about statement centered at the top. Remember, there's an about statement in the profile on CONNEX Marketplace in itself. But this is a good standalone document. It can be a good standalone document for whenever you need it. The customer contacts and references are in the left column. Certifications and registrations in the left column, including the DUNS number, cage code, JCP number. Notice there's some product images there as well. It's not overly heavy on pictures and images. This is tastefully done. List of features about their facilities and organization capabilities is also listed there. Kind of one of the main sections on this page. Let's look at another section here. There's more pictures and there's references to past performance. Notice the NAICS codes are also listed here. At the bottom of that second page, there's also SIC codes. There's a prominent customers list that they've done business with, and organization demographics such as the phone numbers, their address, and their web presence. All in all, you should see your capability statement as a living document. Now, some organizations actually have multiple capability statements designed for different types of customer audiences, excuse me. CONNEX Marketplace allows you to upload multiple capability statements. All in all, this is a pretty good capability statement. It has many important pieces of information. It's kept to just 2 pages. It's a PDF that has selectable text. Now that's important for CONNEX Marketplace. I hope you're following me on this. If you're to open this up in Acrobat Reader, you can actually click and drag your mouse and see text being selected. Some PDFs are simply a scanned image of a previous hard copy. That doesn't work as well in CONNEX Marketplace because all of the terms that you see in this, all of the words and the terms that you see in this capability statement are ingested by the application search engine and is indexed and will register as hits in yet one more place in your profile when a search term matches you. Think of the power of having multiple versions of this capability statement attached to your profile. And this capability statement is also accessible to anybody that is viewing your profile. So in review, a top winning profile is dressed up with a logo and header image. Your social media links are added and you're linked back to CONNEX in your social media accounts. List all relevant NAICS and SIC codes. Compose a great about section. Add relevant contacts. List your products and services. Add images and videos to your gallery. Focus on your capabilities and upload a capability statement. So I hope this is a good list, helps you see what can be done with your profile. Now, let's talk about why we would want to do this. Number one, with every added term, you'll be included to more and more search results. With every added term, you'll be more likely to rise in the search results ranking. Now, there are some manufacturing databases out there that use a pay-to-play model, pay hundreds or sometimes even thousands of dollars to get placed on the front page of certain searches. CONNEX Marketplace is what we like to call a truthful platform. What you see is what you get. There are no artificially placed rankings for anyone. Everyone is on equal footing with the same opportunity to operate a well-built out profile for your organization. Now, besides the organic searches by other manufacturers, your information is also becomes visible to a network of over 150 partner organizations, ranging from not only your MEP, and other state associations, manufacturing affiliates, and economic development groups. But these same organizations exist in other states throughout the country, and they're looking for solutions as well. All who are interested in your success and business development. So it's a great understanding to have that team behind you. And CONNECT Marketplace is a prime place to make that visible to all of these organizations. Sorry, I'm a little bit late on my clicks. Now, do you sometimes struggle knowing if your presence is noticed by those who can best use your skills and capabilities? A well-developed profile says the lights are on and you are here doing business. So I hope you enjoy the reference to Horton Hears the Who. Sometimes you're wondering, is anybody hearing me? So I want to tell a quick story. I was recently next to a fellow exhibitor at a conference. We were enjoying a constant stream of visitors to our booth with lively discussions and quite a show of a bit of good amount of interest. Our neighboring booth, not so much. During a down moment, I chatted a bit with them and I asked if this conference was doing well for them. His reply to me was a little bit surprising. He told me that there wasn't much to show for during this event so far, but his product is highly specialized. He never knows when they'll be able to make that next important connection. When he does make that connection, which does happen, but not necessarily at every conference, it makes it all worthwhile. So results may not be immediate here or any of your other marketing efforts, but I encourage you to be in it for the long game. Finally, a well-developed profile creates more opportunity to be matched by those who are listing needs in the Exchange Center. These are also people who will send out notifications based on selected matching criteria. So hopefully this gives you some great motivation on why you want to spend a little bit of time on building out your profile in CONNECT Marketplace. So that's a little bit about the why. Let's talk about the how. On the CONNECT Marketplace or the CONNECT Connecticut webpage, there may be some helpful tools and references there, one of which is the New Company Profile Setup Guide. I'm going to just introduce that to you, give you some visuals here a little bit. It's a PDF document. So in short, it's a takeaway resource that you can print off and carry with you throughout the office or the plant that you work in. It has some different sections in it. You can talk with various subject matter experts within your organization who has the right types of information needed for the various segments of the profile. And so you can start gathering them and then come back to your desk and take care of it quickly and easily in CONNECT Marketplace. Maybe you need to get a logo or a product picture on a flash drive. Maybe you need to gather references or information about social media links, your NAICS codes, or any other part of the profile. Then you can come down with this guide and you can sit down and be much more efficient in updating your profile. Next of all, do what you can do now. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Get something done, update what you can now. Follow up weekly. You know the old adage about how to eat an elephant, right? Well, I promise you that building out a profile is much more like eating a hamburger rather than an elephant. But it also could be done either in one sitting or it could be done in a variety of sittings. So just to make sure you come back and just spend a few minutes, maybe every week, just adding a little bit more. When it's complete, come back periodically and see if you've missed something or something has changed with your business. For example, you might have different contacts. So put a reminder on your calendar or have somebody within your organization that's responsible for coming in and checking up on it. But now, not all processes, equipment, or material may be found in the dropdowns, and that's okay. There are other ways to mention and showcase your items. For example, in your About section, in your capability statement. Some of these have more free-form inputs like equipment and products. You're always welcome to submit requests to add taxonomy through the help system in CONNECT's Marketplace. The help is simply found at the bottom left-hand side of the navigation. So at this point, I'd like to open it up for any questions that anybody might have about building a winning profile in CONNECT's Marketplace. And maybe we can also review the results of our survey. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and ask Lauren if she could share the results of our survey while we're gathering some potential questions.
There you go, Roger. You should be able to see the poll results.
Excellent. I'm going to bring up on my screen, and I will share for everybody to see. I appreciate your candid input. It looks like 57% have said of the question, which do you see as the greatest challenge for 2023? And the number one item was searching or securing more business. With some interest in your supply chain, finding and hiring qualified staff. Nobody voted for obtaining needed certifications. That doesn't mean there isn't any concern out there. With a different audience, we might have different results. Anyway, appreciate that. Securing more business. That's what CONNECT's Marketplace is all about. That is why we're partnering with CONSTEP in Connecticut to bring this capability to you. All right, I haven't been watching the chat. Let's see if there's any questions. Has anybody else been monitoring the chat?
Yeah, Roger, there are 3 questions in the Q&A panel for you.
All right, I'm gonna have to hunt for that. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Got so many different controls on my screen here.
If you want, Roger, I can read those to you.
Yes, please.
Hey, the first one is from Shell Vera. What is the best size for header images?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm not prepared to talk to you about that today, but you can do it a little bit. I mean, if I were to give you the exact pixel height, that would be beneficial for you. I did share with you that example of what the comfortable size looks like, and you can do a little bit of trial and error. It's easy to delete and just re-add another image. So I would encourage you to take that approach. Great question. Apologize, I don't have a very precise answer for you. Let's go to the next question.
Yeah, the next one is from Al Mangles, and I apologize if I didn't pronounce the last name correctly. In the capability section, there are menus, materials, processes, etc. Can capabilities be added that are not in those menus, and if so, how?
Yes, that's what I was referring to in the second to the last slide. Two primary ways. You can do it immediately through some of these less structured data formats like the about section. That way they'll be included in search terms. Or you can add it to your capability statement. But if there's something that's not in the dropdown, some of them allow you to add a free form description like equipment does. It's not allowed in processes and materials. And so if you would like to have that under consideration for being added, you can do so using the help system, the bottom left side of the navigation in CONNECT's Marketplace. It'll pop up a help window and it'll go to our help desk, and we review those regularly. Next question.
Yeah, the next one is from Miranda Craig. What type of document is recommended for the capability statement again?
It is a PDF file. In fact, that's the only document that we allow. And the best PDF file is one that is generated directly from your editing software or your composing software. A lot of people do it in Microsoft Word. And then if you just generate the PDF from there, then your text is selectable, and that means it's indexable and searchable. And so other platforms could be InDesign or any other type of document creation platform. Just generate it directly from that to PDF so that you are still maintaining and preserving actual text within your, not just that it looks like text, but it's selectable text. So hopefully that helps.
A follow-up question that Miranda put in the chat section is language included in the about section searchable as a tag, e.g. made in America?
Not necessarily. It's indexed as a whole. And so they're indexed as individual words. Anything. Well, and I like the question. I'm seeing the question pop up on the screen right now. If it says made in America in your about section, and somebody searches using the term made in America with quotes around it, that tells the system that they're looking for that exact phrase. And yes, that will be a very targeted match in your results. If they search on made in America without quotes, then it's simply looking for the word made or the word in or the word America. And it could provide a little bit different types of search results, but yet still that will be a good hit. It just may not be a powerful hit if they're not searching in that manner. And Bernice has put in her her comments, directing any questions to herself. She's awesome, and we work directly with her in providing support for CONNEX Marketplace as well. But she is your first point of contact. Our time has run out, so I'm not sure if we have time to answer any more questions. I can stick around a little bit longer, but I'm not sure what the other folks presenting are able to do.
Looks like we've answered all the questions. Thank you so much, Roger and John, for your time today. As Roger mentioned, you can direct any questions or comments to Bernice, and we will see you again for the next webinar, which is coming up in a couple weeks here, I believe in May 17th.